So perhaps Erdman might reply, they suggest something like this, that the right or wrong is whatever is most helpful for the majority of the human race. There you go. So whatever is most helpful for the, that's right.
Yeah.
The greatest consequences for the greatest, for greatest good for the greatest number.
Yeah.
What is most helpful for the majority? Here's the problem, though. Why should one who believes that this world is all that we have care about the race as a whole, right? I mean, so what? This action might be helpful to the majority of the people. Why should I care about that?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, if this world is all we have, quite frankly, I should be trying to get as much as I can so that I can be as comfortable as I can and not worry about anybody else.
Right. Because, again, remember what Ehrman's saying, this life is all that we have.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah, I don't care about all of society or the world as a whole of other people. What people do in China shouldn't affect me.
Or at least, why should I care?
Yeah, right. There's no should.
I mean, I may, but
right.
Why should I? You know. You know, if there's no God, we live in a strictly materialistic and, evolving universe, right? Violence and suffering are just part of the natural world. I mean, that's just part of the deal, right? Mm-hmm. There's no inherent morality attached to them. An action is just an action is just an action, right? the leopard kills the antelope, and, we don't say, that evil leopard, right?
You're under arrest.
You're under arrest. We're taking you to jail. No. It's just that's the way things are, right? So in the case of violence, it wouldn't be evil. It would simply be part of the evolutionary process, right? And next time the antelope has to run faster,
right?
Right? Evolves in such a way that it runs faster. But an action is just an action is just an action if, this is an evolving universe and violence and suffering are part of, the deal.
Right. I mean, this was, Thanos from the Avengers. We struggle, and the universe is too populated. So snap of the fingers removes half the people, and yes, there'll be a struggle, but that struggle will be good for you, and the evolutionary process will kick in more, and then you're struggling, but you're not competing for as many resources as you once were. So. Was Thanos right in his determination of snapping his fingers? Well, only if you're the other half of the people, or you cared about anybody in that half, or all these things. But again, what if that movie made anything clear is that Thanos was a true believer. He believed what he was doing was correct, was right.
Yeah. He believed he was doing the best for the human race, or for all races.
For everybody. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's why he goes and afterwards and farms and sits down with a clear conscience, because that's what he believed. And so
So who gets to decide what's the most helpful for the majority of the race?
Right.
Thanos in that case, right?
Well, yeah, he's got the power. Yeah.
So might makes right.
Might makes right. Yeah. I mean, and then we get into problems with the majority. Well, what about the minority? Do we do something that 51% of the population will benefit from while hurting the 49%, or can we not hurt anybody? Would we be able to help anybody at that point in time? Yeah. So. There are many different philosophical and economic beliefs behind this. Hans Hermann Hoppe, Democracy, the God That Fails, talks about kind of the limitations of what a democracy has. And the first part of his book, he compares to a democracy to actually being limited in scope of helping people and economically prosperous from a monarchy. It's really interesting book. I'd definitely pick it up.